Hello and welcome to Menu Monday. If you're new to the channel, my husband and I travel job to job, then we travel around the country in our RV. I do get inspired when I watch other channels doing menus and recipes, but I have to say there are not many out there that cater to RVs or small kitchens. If you know of any channels, please let me know and put them in the comments below. So that's why I want to share my recipes and hope to inspire some other RVers out there or those with small kitchens. I list all my ingredients at the end of each day's video so that you can do a screenshot if it's easier for you on your cell phone, or in the comments below I have the ingredients and everything for each recipe that I share. So let's get started. The first thing I have to do, since I don't use a traditional crock pot, is cut the edges off of the slow cooker inserts. I love them because it's easier for cleanup, but they are rather large for what I use. I have the Emeril Lagasse Power Air Fryer 360, and it has a slow cook function, so I got rid of my slow cooker to make space in the RV, and I just used this casserole dish in the oven. So after I got that cut, I put in half the bag of frozen vegetables, and then I'm going to top it with the chicken, which I cut up into smaller pieces just to make it easier for this particular crock pot style. Okay, now we've got our chicken in here. I'm going to put in some garlic. I like to use the garlic. A little paprika and some poultry seasoning. Now for some cilantro. I just pulled the leaves off and put a little bit in there for extra flavor. A little olive oil, and then we're going to put the rest of the peppers and onions on top, and then just a sprinkle of olive oil on top of that. Now this cooks for 7 to 8 hours on low. And when that comes out, the chicken is so tender, and it smells the RV up. You need smell-o-vision for that. Now a quick heat up of some queso. I was going to make my own, but I had this jar, so I just found it easier to use that on this particular evening. And we're just going to brown up some flour tortillas. Okay, and we just served this with some queso and salsa, and it was an absolutely delicious meal. Here's the ingredients. Alright, so next day is also a slow cooker meal, And I've already trimmed the insert, to keep my crockpot bowl clean. We're going to put in 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And to that, we're going to add 1 package of dry onion soup mix. You can use any brand. I just happened to pick that up at Meijer's. Now we're going to mix all this up and then add our chuck roast. I think mine was about 3 pounds, whatever size you need. I like to get the soup mixture onto both sides, so I just flipped mine over. Okay, and this is going to cook on low for 8 hours, or you could do it on high for 4. And with this, I did some of the instant mashed potatoes from Bob Evans. I love these things. 3 minutes in the microwave, bring them out, stir them back in for 3 minutes, and they're done and delicious. I had asparagus with mine. Big Daddy had green beans with his. And here's the ingredients. Okay, today on the menu, smothered pork chops. Again, a slow cooker meal. I was having several slow cooker days because I was busy doing other things in preparation of a party coming up. We're going to add here 1 can of cream of celery, 1 can cream of potato, 1 can broccoli cheese soup. After we get all of these in here, we're going to mix them all up. Now, I purchased a package of thin pork chops. Oh, I added some Greek seasoning. That wasn't in the recipe, but I loved that flavor, and I added it to the pork chops recipe. You can do that. That's optional. So here's my thin pork chops. I'm just going to get them now into the pot. And these are boneless also. I prefer boneless when I use the slow cooker because if you do things with bones, the pork or whatever meat you're using tends to fall off the bone, and then you have all the bones in your dinner. Not so great. But that's my personal preference. Everybody is different. It's your kitchen. So if you want to do the ones with the bones, that's perfectly fine. We're going to set this in the crock pot, or for my case, the oven. Oh, we got to trim the edges, as I told you before. It's a little big for mine. But this cooks for 8 hours on low, or you could do 4 hours on high. Makes a wonderful gravy too. Alright, with this, I'm making some rice. I did put 2 cups in there, but I had forgot to turn the camera on, so you only saw me add 1. And then we add our water. And this is a rice cooker that actually goes in the microwave that my mother-in-law got me. Never seen one anywhere else, but it is Absolutely fantastic. I love it. On the side, I did some black-eyed peas, and I did cook them on the induction cooktop. At this point, it was still pretty warm outside. I have since gone over to propane, so some upcoming recipes you'll see using the propane because it has gotten colder, and I like to use the propane in the winter. Alright, so we served this up with the rice and the black-eyed peas. It was another fantastic dinner, and at the end of this I'll have the ingredients for you. Hope you give it a try. Alright, today we're going to make a broccoli chicken casserole. The first thing I'm going to put in here is some frozen broccoli. We're going to add a can of broccoli cheese soup. And in the pot on the stove, I cooked 2 packages of the Knorr chicken rice, which was also going to go in the casserole. And in the bag here, I have a rotisserie chicken that I previously shredded up and froze so that it didn't go out of date. So I just thawed it out, put that in there. We're going to add the rice, and we're going to mix everything together. I'm going to top this with some shredded cheddar cheese. And my recipe stated that it would cook for 20 minutes on 400, but I did find that my broccoli wasn't quite cooked. It could be because I used large broccoli chunks, but mine took about 25 to 30 minutes to cook through. It was a delicious dinner, enjoyed by both, and here are your ingredients. Alright, on this night we had what's called cheesy fajita french fries. First thing I did is got some crinkle fries that are frozen. I added some olive oil and put some soul food seasoning on there, which is what we like on our fries. And I cooked these in the air fryer for approximately 25 minutes. While they were cooking, we put some olive oil in the pan, and I got some cut up like fajita stir-fry steak from the store, and we're going to get that cooking in the pan. I just added some steak. Okay, brain work. Meat tenderizer, seasoned meat tenderizer. Now, I got 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper, 1 orange pepper, and I just washed these and cut them up into small, like 1-inch pieces. I put this in super fast forward. I know everybody knows how to cut peppers. Didn't want that to take too long. This is just to give it lots of color. You could use any vegetables you like, actually. Alright, after I got them cut up and the meat had started to brown, I put the peppers in there. You're going to cook this until everything is cooked through. Alright, once everything's done, we get the french fries out, the steak's ready, and I just heated up some queso to put on the top. It was an unusual dinner we'd never tried before. We were very surprised. It was absolutely delicious. I think Big Daddy and I both went for seconds on this one. And I'll list the ingredients at the end. You enjoyed this week's menu, and if you're new to the channel, again, I welcome you. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you, and for those viewers that are coming back, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed it too. I'll be back soon with another video. Take care, y'all. Love you. Bye-bye.